Yay, we're back. All right, so I was guided to do this separately, just like I did the unaware divine masculines and the aware masculines. I'm gonna do the free-flowing feminines and the stubborn feminines. So let's start with the stubborn ones. So what I mean by this is not, oh, my divine feminine don't know I'm a divine masculine. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about a feminine that is aware of their, because a lot of feminines, they know that they're divine feminines. A lot of them that watch the stuff. Some of them, they got that. I struggle with this. I'm in between. I know I'm in between a little bit, or just getting out of one energy into another. I know. There's these feminines, oh, F this divine man. Oh, he's such a, oh, I can't stand him. Oh, he's still with the feminine. I don't want to deal with it. And da-da-da-da-da. Some of them ain't even divine feminine, so we ain't gonna go there. But there's some of them that are, but they struggle with the connection. They may be trying to control it, dictate it, make it go the way they want to go, and not allow spirit to do it. So that's for them. Or for some of us, I will call myself out. There's some feminine energies that are like that. They don't allow spirit to take control all the way, or they want to steer and guide things that are comfortable to them, that feel suitable for them, whether it's to run away from the connection at the time when they feel like they want to, or when they want to give to the connection, or they want it to go a certain way, period. You guys get the gist, right? So we're going to do the stubborn ones first. The thick skull, divine feminine energy. Do not take offense by this, because like I said, I know what it's like. I'm healing and recovering from the stubborn shit too. So you're not alone in this game, okay? I'm not judging nobody. Because, you know, I resonate. Okay. Feminine energies. Tap into these feminine energies. And just because the sign might not be called out does not mean that it's not for you. I'm getting Libras, Pisces, Cancers, Aries, Aquarius. So these can be placements in your chart. I'm guided to say not just Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, but 7th house placements. These could be one of your signs, or your divine feminine sign is a stubborn one. Or it could also be, I'm also being guided to have people look at their south and their north node. I have a Pisces north node, so that would resonate with me with the stubbornness, because I'll tell you about this because it resonates with me and it might help somebody. With me and my stubbornness, I have a Virgo, that's a south node, so it's a clash between my past existence of being in control of everything, very practical, want everything to go a certain way that makes sense, needing to see it to believe it. But with my Pisces north node, it pushes me in this lifetime to fully come from the heart, be childlike, imaginative, playful, and open, and believe in the unseen. And that's a big test for me when it comes to these types of connections. It's like spirit gotta give me 50 signs a day for me to trust something. And I'm not just talking about a connection, I'm talking about period, with certain things. Like if it ain't money and it don't make sense, then it don't, if it ain't money, then it don't make sense. Like sometimes that's me, like for real. So I say that to say that's an example. Libra, Pisces, Aries, Aquarius, and Cancer. These can be certain placements within the feminine chart, or if you're a feminine watching your chart. Okay, so I'm going to tap into your energies. The stubborn feminine energy that is stubborn about the connection in any which way. It could be any way. Okay, there's a minor setback, and it's due to a block throat chakra, or just a lack of expression. Could be some narcissistic traits when it comes to giving and receiving, some type of entitlement of how things should be given and received, to where it's causing this connection not to be on the same page, or the both parties in the connection not to be on the same page. I also feel like it's a point fingers game, that there could be narcissistic traits within both the feminine and masculine, but I feel like this feminine points a lot of fingers at this masculine for being the reason, and it's very common, and I see it a lot. People complaining about, oh, well, they ain't here, they're not doing this, and oh, I haven't heard from them. Stop it. So they're an asshole, and it's really empath and narcissistic paradigm being charmed or used or enable boundaries. So some of these stubborn feminines are not dealing with divine masculines. For some of you are dealing with a narcissistic person, and this person's not giving to you equally. You're charmed by the idea of something, but it's not, you guys are not on the same page. You may see it as one way, but this person, and I'll tell you how you know that you're not dealing with the divine masculine. This is someone by no means wants to better themselves or change. I'm not talking about somebody like, oh, I'm gonna go to college so I can get a degree. Oh, I want to be a rapper so I can get some bread. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone that wants to truly better and heal themselves for themselves, because they want to be a better person. They want to be a whole person. They don't want to hold on to any type of BS, even if that means cutting your ass off. They don't want any type of mess. That's how you know you're dealing, because the divine masculine is an energy of divinity. It's quote unquote godly, right? Not saying it in a holier than thou sense or religious sense. It's a whole being. This is a person that knows their power, who they are, that they're not just some human being just sitting here to fuck off in life. If so, they're not divine, and I don't feel like that's what you're dealing with. If that's the case, you will know. But for some of you, you guys are dealing with someone that is not divine. They're just a player or whatever, or trickster. They're not truly divine. They don't have any touch with spirituality, and they don't care to. For those of you that are dealing with the divine masculine, you have this woundedness because you have dealt with counterfeits, and you carry that with you. And I feel like Spirit is wanting you to look at this, prepare for a new phase and prepare for union. Not only Spirit, like with union with another person, but with yourself and divine spirit. You gotta transcend past the bullshit, because you're still living in it. You haven't fully taken yourself out of those paradigms where you were the empath and you dealt with the narcissistic lovers, parents, so-called friends, so-called family members, whatever. You haven't fully transcended past that. So you still are that wounded person, or you're still being played in that, especially if you're dealing with a false masculine. They're not a true divine masculine. Therefore, if they're not divine, they are what? A karmic person. Whether that be a romantic partner, whether that be a friend, if they're not divine, then they're karmic for you. They're just a lesson for you. So I'll leave that up for people to discern, because I feel like that needed to be said. I don't want to mislead anybody. I used to get confused by that and be like, well, how do I know if they're divine masculine? Because we get caught up in the energy of the connection and what it feels like and what it brings and the high and the lows. But if this person is not divine, they don't have any touch with spirituality and truly bettering themselves. Because there's people that can fake like they're spiritual and be all about their ego, just wanting to be fed, wanting to, they don't have the capacity to be humble and to be raw and authentic. Sometimes we're not meant to be right all the time, and even as a reader, whatever this, whatever this is that we do, this spiritual work, because it's not just about being a reader, but there's times that we're not always right. And I admit there's times that I wasn't always right, and I feel like I've grown through this channel. I went through breakdowns. I went through many tower moments and stuff like that. So it's really a healing thing. It's a healing process, a process of evolution. So you can tell when certain people are just in it just for the praise or the glory, or to say that they have a title, or to whatever that they do. So you also got to keep that into consideration. There's a lot of narcissistic people that claim to be spiritual, or conscious people. You know what I mean? But this one right here, I feel like is by no means trying to be on the same page with you. They don't even match with you at all. It's like, I feel like this is a mismatch. It's a mismatch. It's a mismatch. And you deserve better. But for some of you, you are dealing with the masculine, but you're not completely receptive to them, or you feel like they on something, or they're gonna do something to you. You're waiting for the shoe to drop because you haven't fully healed from what the last asshole did to you, or the people in your life that mistreated you. Let's see. So until you heal that, boo-boo, it's gonna be a hole on your connection. Okay, so you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Yeah, y'all dealing with some fooky, dorky, shorky, blah, little fuck boy, fuck girl. Nah, come on now. Looking for this Emperor right here, and you sitting over here playing with toys. Girl, boy, bye. For some of you. For others of you, you're looking at this person like that. And it's because it's some sense of entitlement. If you feel like this person isn't kissing your left cheek and your right cheek, that they're not trustworthy. So again, that's the false. I'm gonna break it down. When you have been in a dynamic where you've always been praised for when you do something right, but when you fuck up, you're not loved unconditionally, or not, I don't want to say fuck up, but when you so-called make a mistake, right, which is just lessons. Say as a child, you were praised for being pretty or being handsome. Oh, look at my son, he's so handsome. Oh, look at, oh, my daughter, she's so prettier, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they got an A in school. But as soon as you break a dish by washing dishes, you're stupid, you're dumb, blah, blah, blah. Can't do nothing right. So all your life, it's like, okay, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. I gotta earn love, or I gotta overachieve, or people have to prove to me that they're trustworthy because I've been hurt so badly. I don't trust you. You gotta perform a whole circus act for me to trust your ass. And I've been there plenty of times, and I get it, because it's the woundedness in that. I don't trust you unless you tell me all your secrets. I can't fully be your friend until I know that you ain't got nothing to hide, because I'm not going to share my secrets because you might betray me. Or, oh, I can't be with you because what if you cheat on me like the last one? Maybe you just trying to charm me into bed, and if we do sleep together because it's naturally what we both want, I'm going to still look at you sideways and I'm going to beat myself up. It's so many layers to this. So this person is looked at a fuck boy or fuck girl until they kiss your ass. And even then, still discord until you heal that wound, till you heal that within yourself. Nothing or no one's gonna be good enough. So in a way, you kind of are being narcissistic in your ways. Not to say that you are, because you're divine, and I feel like you have healed at a certain level to even be a queen. But it's like, we always have work to do. There's always something we can work on to better ourselves. And this is not to chew anybody out, because this is something that I struggle with too. And I see it. It's a spirit of abandonment. So it really comes down to you trusting you and your creator, that spirit's not going to put you through no more bullshit, because you leveled up past certain things. You've mastered these wounds. Now it's a matter of, now that I've learned and mastered them, I can pull them out of myself. I can extract it. It's like I rode the bike first with my parents helping me ride my bike. Then I had the training wheels on them. Now I'm able to fully just take off on my bike by myself. So you've already mastered this cycle. Now it's time for you to take off and leave the training wheels behind, because you've already leveled past that now. So there's no way that you could repeat the same thing if you've already mastered what you went through, right? So I feel like that's what Spirit's saying with this. Spirit is trying to cut something off because there's unnecessary discord here. And it's not to say that your divine masculines maybe has not fallen short or done some things to you that were not so great, because we all play a role for our healing purposes. Everything has to happen. And I said this in the collective love vibes that I did tonight, that yeah, we all go through something. We might hurt each other. We might have ran from one another or one from the other and left the other person feeling stuck, or left for somebody else or whatever. But everything had to happen in its divine order, especially if there's karmic cycles that have not been completed. They have to happen. They gotta manifest themselves. If it's unconditional love, for one, you're gonna love this person unconditionally. But that doesn't mean that you don't respect yourself by loving this person and saying, you know, we all fall short. It was a lesson. I understand in my divinity as a divine feminine that you had to grow through that because it was meant to help and awaken you, or it was meant to teach you something. And it was also meant to teach me something or help me identify with what I need to heal because it triggered me. That's being a divine feminine. That's being a divine masculine. Being in your woundedness is, oh, fuck them. It's okay to go through that, but don't dwell in that energy. But it's like, oh, well, F him, he left me for this person, they did this and they did that. But you're not looking at it from a higher perspective. Not saying that it's okay that they did that, but understanding that, okay, within me, how did this affect me? And in what way can I take this to wisen up or to heal or to see what is not serving me, if that's the case? You know what I mean? That's the divinity. So the reason why Spirit's calling you stubborn is because you want to be proven that someone is trustworthy, but you fail to trust yourself in the first place. And it's not a beat up game. Remember, again, we got to have compassion with our healing and our processes and take time. It takes time. Like my sister always says, we didn't get this way overnight. Anyone that has ever gone through anything and has ever been wounded and still wounded by certain things, when you start to heal, it's like a cut. Let's say a deep cut. Say you fall off your bike when you're on your training wheels while you're still learning, you cut very deep. It's a big cut and it hurts to start the process of healing. When you put that clean stuff that cleanses it, it burns. It might even itch throughout the process. It's annoying to have to go through it. But the more and more you heal, you start to feel better. You start to feel whole again when you start seeing the scabs start to clear up. Might be a scar there, but it's a reminder of what you went through. But it's not to dictate who you are. It doesn't take away from who you are in your whole being. You're strong enough, your cells are strong enough to heal that wound. So you're strong enough to do this. You're not doing it by yourself because you got millions and thousands of cells running through your body and that intelligence within you to help you heal. So again, you're not alone in this by yourself. You got spirit to guide you and to help you. So don't beat yourself up. But this isn't to say this is the only path to your union or to get together or to have a healthy relationship with someone. It's more so, first and foremost, have a healthy relationship with yourself. So that was for the stubborn ones. 'Cause I resonate with it too. To some level, you know, I'm healing that. So that was that. Now we're going to move on to the free-flowing feminines. All right. Y'all welcome. Much love. That was healing for even me to hear. I'm like, okay, spirit. Sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes channeling to like get the message sometimes. Because I hear it like when I'm going through my own shit and I'm still like, "Arr!" But then when I'm channeling and it, downloading it, really, really hearing it with a closed mouth and just listen and hear, it's different. So thank y'all for allowing me to do this, because as y'all heal, I heal too. So thank you. I appreciate y'all for listening to me. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the free-flowing feminines. Oh, I forgot to pull my zodiac ladies. Let's see. Free-flowing feminines. This is like you just free-flowing. Free. What is it? Falling. Okay. Taurus, Gemini, Scorpio, and Capricorn. Now these can be placements in your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, your Venus, your 7th house, your South Node, your North Node. A boho. Okay. If you're watching for a divine feminine, that could be your divine feminine. So let's see where the free-flowing energy is. Where you at, free flow ladies or men? Whoever divine feminine is, where you at? Okay. Minor setback, mommy issues. Okay. We're all here to heal. It's okay. It's all good. Childhood memories. Okay. Take time out, codependent issues. Okay. So, oof. This is about childhood, inner child when it comes to a mother figure in your life. And I feel like you guys understand why you need to take time from your connection or, you know, away from other things outside of you, is so that you can heal this. You may not have been able to identify exactly what this stems from, but I'm getting mother and something with your inner child. It's a minor setback. It's not a big setback. This is something maybe you've already been working through. Codependent issues. Maybe for some of you, you have a codependent parent where you were the parent, and some of you, your mother or mother figure, whether you were raised by a grandma, your auntie, a big sister or older cousin, whatever. I'm hearing a gay uncle. So that could be a mommy for some of you. That's what I heard. So if that resonates with you, that resonates with you. You had to raise this person. They could have had a drinking problem or some type of drug addiction when you were a child, or even growing up as a teenager, or vice versa. You ended up having to take care of this person, not because they needed you. In essence, like a sick or ill person that needs help or disability. It's more of a person that's sick and a person that has their own inner child wounds, and you were the mom or the dad to this mother figure. This is a minor setback because I feel like you know what it is. And the thing is you might need to take time away from this mother figure, and it might not be easy to disconnect yourself from this person. Maybe you already have. Whew. I resonate with this. Oh, okay. Short-term results, yes. So this might be something that you need to do short-term. It's not going to be a permanent thing, like you're never going to be in this person's life and they're never allowed in yours. But I feel like you're taking a stance for your own healing and for your own higher good to take a step away from this person because they are toxic. And you can only do so much to help this person, especially if this is a person that does not want to be helped or does not want to heal. You're not responsible. And I feel it's not easy for you because you've been codependent on being their mother, even though you are the child, or you are the grandchild, or you are the niece or the nephew to this mother figure. So that's something that you're working through right now. All right. So it's the guilt. That's also, you're codependent on the guilt. as well for some of you. Divine Spirit. I forgot about these. Tap into lighting. So there's going to be a quick epiphany or change that you're going to make with the lightning. And I feel like you're going to do it fast. I feel like it's going to shock this person, this mother figure, or it's going to shock others around you and maybe even yourself. Mirror. So you guys mirror each other in wounds. The only difference is when a person really truly wants to heal, they'll address their healing as, or identifying that, okay, I have a problem, therefore I want to fix it. Versus a person that has the same wounds, but they say, oh, I don't want to deal with that. It's too much, it's too heavy. I don't care. I don't want to hear about that. Or they try to deflect and blame and point fingers at you and say, oh, you're the problem, you're the bad one. So you guys mirror each other in wounds, but there's a difference in how you guys handle it. And I feel like you're going to see yourself in this person, but like I said, there's a difference. The snake. You're going to see how this person is not of your highest good. You may know, but not in the detriment. And I'm not saying it in a way that this person is physically harmful to you. Maybe for some of you, they are. For others, they're not helpful to your path and where you are. They could even be a distraction with the snake. This person is jealous too. Okay, I channeled something like this in I think it was a pick a card. It was a how do they feel about you pick a card. And it kind of went into focus on the viewer more so than it went into the connection. Because I feel like this is not, I wouldn't say a block to the connection. Like the card says, a minor setback. This is something that Spirit wants you to take care of. Because if you are trying to manifest a beautiful connection with somebody, and that's what's set up and aligned for you, Spirit only wants you to be the best that you can be moving into that. They don't want you to bring this into it, because this person will try to fuck it up. Best believe they will. They are the type of person like, oh, he just gonna leave you. Oh, she ain't, blah, blah. This is that type of person. And it's not so much they're jealous of you, but they're just jealous of what you have or what you can do more than it's about you. So they're more of, they're not an ally to you. This person is very wounded. Whoever this person is, they're not wanting to heal. It just will, at least not right now. This is what I'm saying. The sword and the rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So this is someone standing in their truth and standing in their power and cutting something out of the way that does not serve them. This is a big breakthrough for you. This is going to be a big breakthrough for you, because I feel like you kind of allowed things to be. You might have ignored some of the mess, the drama, or you took a step back, but you didn't fully step in your power or say what you needed to say. And this could be more than one person that this represents. I know for me, it's more than one person. But for y'all, it could be just one person, or it could be more than one, 2 or 3. Whatever this is, you're going to cut something out. Because I feel like you guys are like a gentle person, but you're not gentle as in weak. You're a kind person, but you're not weak. You've been falsely dwelling in this niceness, and you haven't been using your sword, which is your protection, which is not protection in the sense of block, don't come near me, like I'm afraid, I don't want nobody to hurt me. It's standing in your power and pulling out your sword if you got to. So the sword sometimes is your truth. It's what you believe. It's what comes out of your mouth, what you say and how you say it. Zorro, bitch. I'm just like, all right. Girl, boy, come on now. All right. Spirit, come through with the readings tonight. Come on now. If I wasn't like a sleeping, I don't know, sleepy beauty, whatever. I was going to say something messed up, but I switched it to something nice. I was going to say something crazy. But yeah, instead of me sleeping, I'm delivering these messages, but I know I'm going to sleep good because it's a lot that's coming through me, and I'm just letting it be known, letting it come out however it needs to, and then I'm going to probably go to sleep peacefully. Crash. All right. The Devil, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. So many swords. There's a lot of attachments, or there's an attachment here, and you about to cut it. You're freeing yourself from bondage, my love. Whoever you are, you're freeing yourself of that bondage. This Devil card, no longer kissing ass to the devil. They over here celebrating this motherfucker. They over here giving offerings to this thing. No longer are you going to kiss ass. Because what you do when you don't honor your truth, you serving somebody else's truth. Oh shit. It's epiphany. Whenever you're not honoring your truth and you bend to the will of another person, you're feeding them. You're worshiping this, you're giving to your bondage. I don't know how else to say it, short and sweet, in a Dorian virtue, love and light way. It's coming out how it's coming out. When you're not honoring, because you're not honoring yourself. This Queen of Swords right here, she don't be playing no games. Look, she got her, look, she's nice. Look, girl, boy, whoever's watching this that resonates, she has a flower in her hand and her sword at her feet. The rose and the sword. The sword and the rose, whatever. The sword and the stone, whatever. You're kind in nature. But you also have the right to stand on your truth and speak your truth, and you have not, because you came out reversed. But you going to, you about to. This is learning how to use that sword. You might use your sword with other people, but not this little monster right here. They ain't shit. Look, I'm not saying that the person that you're dealing with is not shit, but the little mosquito thing in them that's like picks at you and has told you that you weren't anything, maybe even subtly told you that you're not good enough, and oh, you'll never have, or oh, you to this, or whatever they told you. All you gotta do is knock this stone down and it's nothing. It's nothing. So whatever power that they have over you, you've been feeding it so long, you start to believe that it holds power, but it doesn't. Once you remove this, that stairway is right past this thing, and there's a light. When you level up, I'm telling you, all it takes is for you to know and utilize that sword. Because the Nine of Cups, I feel like you desire, deep down in yourself, you do desire to combat this monster. That part of you wants to come out. And I'm seeing the lion and this little goat thing. It reminds me of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Mr. Tumnus was a trickster. He was an agent for that evil lady. I don't remember her name in that movie. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or the Chronicles of Narnia. Mr. Tumnus was an agent. He tricked that little girl, and I can't remember what he did. I don't know if he drugged her or he finessed her with some food or something. Or her brother, I think it was her brother that they finessed. But he was sent to be a distraction and send them to that evil lady. And the lion represents like this regal figure, this Messiah-like figure in the movie. So I'm getting that reference. You might want to look that book up or watch the movie. It's called The Chronicles of Narnia. You can find, it's a cartoon. I used to watch this cartoon. It was like a 70s cartoon. It's probably like only 30 minutes long, or less, because it doesn't have no commercials or anything. It was a VHS when I was little. But to watch that, maybe get a reference of what this energy is. It might be an epiphany for you. But what I'm getting from this, I heard the scripture, if God is for me, then who can be against me? So it's like you, before your flesh and bones, you're a higher power, higher spirit. So if you're in your divinity, this little little thing that's like fucking with you is nothing. It's pixie dust. It's bullshit. It's an illusion that it's bigger than you. Because it's a feeding of it so much that it gives power. You give power to something that you constantly feed, right? So the Nine of Cups is like, this is a desire that you really wish to have. Your inner child is probably like, I wish I would have said this 20, 15 years ago. I wish I would have said this 30 years ago. I wish I would have said this 40 years ago, 50 years ago. And it's not to hurt, or this is standing in your power, I'm telling you. Know when somebody is like coming at you and it's not of your highest good. And like my sister said, you're not fighting the person. You're fighting that little thing in them that does not like you. Because we all have wounds and trauma, and some people do have negative energies in them that they have not purged and cleansed. So therefore, anything that's coming in their territory to shift energies, or is coming in with light, that dark energy does not like you and does not like your light. So yeah, it's gonna fuck with you and it's gonna attack you, and you gotta see it as such. When you see it as an energy rather than about the person that it's coming from, the easier it is to confront it. And I'm learning that too, along with y'all as I'm getting this, but Spirit's breaking it down, I hope, in a way that we all get and understand. But with the Two of Swords and this Eight of Swords, Spirit is trying to break you free from this false mental bondage that you're in. It's too many, it's a lot of mind. These are word curses. These are, oh, you're never gonna be this, or in a subtle way, oh, why are you wearing that? You too skinny for that. Oh, is that why you didn't get picked as a cheerleader? Oh, is that why you didn't get picked on the football team? Because you too this, you too that. Like whatever they told you, and it could have been not conscious. It could have been that negative energy in them that said that to you, and it constantly picked. And if you believed it, you've allowed those energies to stick to you. So now you got to fight those energies now. And I feel like you definitely want to, and you're going to. See how that little fox, he's strategic or whatever he is, a little lynx or whatever. This animal is like a hunter. It has got this snake by his head and it's stabbing it with this arrow and a sword. And you got a legion of ancestors and spirit guides, angels, or whatever you believe in, sources or universe energies that also have your back. This is the Ace of Swords. This is using that Ace of Swords. That's the truth. That's the word at the end of the day. Oh, come on, Spirit. Sword, that's your word. That's the power of your words. That's the power of your tongue. So this isn't about arguments. This isn't about ego wanting up somebody. This is about standing in your truth and speaking truth from your mouth, or denouncing it. Even if this person is no longer here, they're not in the same city as you, or state, or they locked up in jail, or they're they pass on. Dismantle this energy in the way that you're guided to. Because like I said, you got divine help. See this man right here? Not this card. And these chariots, and look, there's thousands of men behind them. So it's not just one little, I'm telling you. You gotta know. This right here is nothing. What's backing this thing up? What's backing that thing up but the people that's feeding it? Once they wake up to the fact that they're in bondage, they're gonna let it go too. So there might be other motherfuckers that's being controlled and manipulated by this person and wounded. And who's to say that you're not here to help other people to understand how to fight the inner battles within themselves? If it has anything to do with this person, or just people that you're going to help through this, who's to say? It's not in vain. Even if it's just for you, which I don't believe it just is for you, it's not in vain. Turn this Queen of Swords upside up. Yeah, I'm sweet and love and light, but ooh, I have every right to fight. I have every right to fight back. She's chilling. I dare you if you try. She's that type. So I feel like this Queen of Swords is you, whether you're male or female. This represents you because the Queen of Swords, what she does is she dismantles anything that's a falseness, but she's also a warrior of love. She gets demonized a lot. You know, every queen has their lower attributes and shadow attributes, but she's really a warrior of love. She's also very smart, very witty, very clear-minded, very wise. She comes from love when she speaks. She's like a grandmama. Like, she'll tell you what it is, but it's coming from a place of love. It's only to help you. So I feel like this is how you gotta be with yourself. Like, be in that energy. Like, this is all for love. Like, I'm doing this. You can't hide this anymore. So you can't hide this energy no more. It's there and it's coming up for you to be healed. So much love to you guys. I hope that this reading resonated with whomever it was meant to resonate with. If you guys like this, I might do this every now and then. It's probably not going to be a weekly thing. That's a little too much unless I'm guided to. But if you guys like this, feel free to, you know, let me know in the comment section. You guys can share. I'm going to leave timestamps so that you guys can, if you feel guided to watch both, watch both. You might get something out of both of them, but I've written the timestamps down. So I'm going to put them in the comment section. I mean, not in the comment section. Well, if you guys want to tag it, and I'll tag it and put it in the comment section. But I'm going to put it in the description, and you guys can come back and watch this reading. Okay? All right. Much love as always. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Until the next reading, I'll see you guys for the full moon reading Tuesday. Peace.